Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Dex and the City. Today, my co-host is my lovely personal trainer, Miss Ericka. How are you doing today?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to have you here.
I'm excited to be. This is my first ever podcast.
Yes.
So something new for me.
Yes. Yeah, I'm really excited about today. First of all, she's been kicking my ass in the gym. Yeah, so we started training together. What, a couple weeks ago?
April 29th was your first day, I believe. I was just looking at it today.
But I met Ericka one night. We were just all out. This is a long time ago.
I don't even recall.
No, I mean, it's not like we sat and talked. It was just like.
It was in a hookah bar or a hookah lounge I was working at.
I think I was a solid 17.
Yes.
Let me just tell you about this chick. When I met her, she was this big. I'm not even kidding you. She was so tiny. Like, I always describe to people, she was like a 00, like
000 sometimes.
000.
Yeah.
I mean, she was so tiny. And I mean, she out of nowhere, right? She starts training, and out of nowhere, she just has this big old booty and these thick thighs, and like she's so, I mean, thick. Like, she's one of the thickest girls I know now, as you can see from the photos. And I'm like, what the hell did this girl do?
I have a crazy story about how I even got into fitness. So, what was it? In 2016, I started my fitness journey, and it was crazy because it was just one day I don't know if I can say this on your podcast, but
yeah, you
partaking in recreational activities.
Okay, there you go.
And I was actually a pretty heavy smoker, but I had kind of like an epiphany or a panic attack, even you could say. I started thinking about how we all have to die one day.
Yeah.
You know? And I have a very big control problem. That's why I don't get on planes, because I can't fly the plane. Like, if somebody else is driving me, I can't stand it because you're not driving correctly. I want to drive. So I have a control issue. And knowing that I wasn't able to control the fact that, of course, we have to die one day, I freaked out. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I can't, what do I do? This is so crazy. Like, what happens to us? Da, da, da. And I kind of like honed it in, and I was like, what can I control?
Yeah.
And my fitness and my health and my lifestyle is something that I can control. Can't stop myself from dying, but if we take out every other factor and we're just talking about the factor of health, I have control over that.
For sure. Absolutely.
And I can elongate my life.
Absolutely.
And the quality of my life by training, eating healthy, and getting into fitness. So that's really what kickstarted my journey. And then from there, I mean, I just got on YouTube and I just started looking up women with physiques that I wanted to look like Nikki Blackadder. She was a really big YouTube girl. This other girl, Sandra, I can't even remember their names. It was so long ago. But I just started looking them up, watching them on YouTube. I just started researching, just figuring out what I needed to do in order to obtain those goals. And then that is how I kickstarted my fitness journey.
It's an interesting story to hear that, you had like this epiphany. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think about it all the time.
I love that. Yeah, that's crazy. So you're a licensed personal trainer, right?
I'm with the International Sports Science Association, ISSA, I believe that's the abbreviation. I'm certified with them. I got certified. I've been doing fitness since 2016.
Okay.
I started actually training people 4 years ago. Even did a little bit of training them without a certification here and there sometimes. But I just wanted to be more legit, so I just went ahead and got my certification and all of that stuff. But,
so you fell in love with it because you knew you could have control over.
Correct. I could have
your
control
life.
over my lung. Because, I mean, you think about it, people these days, 60 years old, not even 50 years, I mean, barely into their 50s, are having these horrible problems.
Yeah.
Just like diabetes and, having swollen limbs from the diabetes and being barely able to walk. And
bad blood circulation and all that.
50, 60 years old is not old.
A lot of these illnesses did not exist back in the day. They're
and a
coming
lot
from
of the
something.
illnesses that we have now, a lot that people have, can be reversed with food.
With
correct food, your correct diet, hyperthyroidism,
I totally agree.
All those things that people blame on their
the
on their weight gain.
PCOS and all this
Correct.
stuff. I mean,
all
obviously
of that
there's
stuff
people can still struggle with.
Speaking of PCOS.
Yeah.
Speaking of PCOS, I was on Instagram the other day and I'm just scrolling and I come across this video, and it's this lady basically kind of showing like a low calorie, what she said, a low calorie meal to eat. It was at Popeyes. So a fast food, low calorie meal. And she has PCOS. And the meal was, I think it was like a 5-piece blackened grilled tenders or whatever.
This.
And then also it was in a side of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, protein, yes, high in protein, fabulous. But the saturated, good with the grilled, but the mac and cheese was questionable to me. So I went on Popeyes, I looked it up. Sure enough, 27 grams of saturated fat in that little tiny cup of mac and cheese. And I'm like,
that's not good for any diet.
That's not good for anybody. But on top of that, when you have PCOS, that's inflammation in your ovaries and that in the reproductive area and things like that. I don't know too much about PCOS, but I know a little bit. And
enough
saturated fat causes so much inflammation in the body. So she's sitting here and not advertising, but she makes this video, and to somebody that doesn't know, they're going to see this video and look at her as a beacon of light, and be like, wow, I can eat this for a weight loss. I can eat this for weight loss.
For sure.
And then they have PCOS on top of that, and now they're thinking they can eat this more frequently because she doesn't state no. I mean, obviously common sense, no, you don't want to eat it every day.
No.
But if somebody's on a budget, or if they are, super busy and, there's a Popeyes right down the road and they saw this video, they're probably going to gravitate more towards that meal now
for sure
to eat it, because this lady who has this following and has PCOS and has done weight loss and all this stuff just told them that it's okay to eat this.
Yeah.
And in reality, it's not. It's really crucial that you pay attention and do the research when you see something on social media, because, I mean, it's just a rabbit hole of information, and it's coming from all different kinds of places, and not a lot of people fact check. And some people just don't have the background to give you that kind of advice, So I don't know where she got off telling people and she got so upset with me. I left a very nice comment. I was just saying, I just didn't think that was very healthy for you to be eating with the 27 grams of fat. And she thought I was trying to rip her head off. And I was just like, girl, it's the facts. And she deleted and blocked me.
Oh, no. I remember when I was younger. So I started working out when I was about 16. And I really I struggled with my weight when I was younger. So I was extremely overweight as a child. I got bullied for it, body shamed. I grew up hating my body. I didn't like my thick thighs. I didn't like my cellulite. I just didn't like anything about me. And in high school, I remember it was probably unhealthy, but I just remember so many nights laying awake and just scrolling, stalking like all of these girls, like Whitney Simmons and like all them girls. Just stalking like all these girls, their physiques, like what they were doing, these diets, these workouts. And, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start working out. I've always wanted a really nice, lean, toned body. Also for the same types of reasons probably that you fell in love with it, because I want to live as long as possible, and I want to live again, it's not in an unhealthy way, in the sense of, you guys know, everybody knows, I love my body. I choose to love my body in every single, I choose to love my body in every stage that it's at, because I've been through enough to know that hating on your body literally does nothing. It doesn't make you go work out. It doesn't make you want to eat healthy. In fact, it makes you do the opposite. I do not agree with hating on your body. It doesn't matter what your weight is, what you look like right now. You need to learn to love yourself. That's the first step before any of this shit.
Correct.
But since I've been training with you, I have stayed off the scale more than I have the past few years. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's a mental thing. Maybe it's because I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like,
and you're seeing the changes.
Hey, the butt's growing, so I don't really give a shit what the scale says. It was never it was kind of obsessive, but it wasn't in a way that if I weighed 5 pounds heavy, I was angry, but I guess the weight kind of made me keep in check with myself. So if I saw me fluctuating heavy, I was like, oh, I didn't drink enough water yesterday. Oh, I need to, do a little bit more salads, and I might have ate this yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was kind of my way of tracking because I wasn't logging as much at that point.
Yeah.
But I've stayed
that
off
was your
of it
way.
now.
Your way of tracking was your weight
Yeah.
fluctuation.
But what's
that's
the
horrible.
point of me weighing myself now? I need to give it time. I'm already seeing
Right,
changes. I need to
absolutely.
give time in the gym, time eating.
Absolutely.
Because let me tell you something. That first couple days when she told me
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the grams of protein to eat, I'm like, Ericka,
I got a text
I'm
message
like
saying, I'm so
halfway-
bloated.
I'm like, I'm hurting. Like my body's, and she's like, listen, if you're not hungry, don't force yourself to eat. Just try a protein shake. She said, but I promise in a couple days, your body is going to adjust. And sure as shit, I wake up in the morning now and I'm hungry.
I'm so starving when I wake up in the morning.
I
want
wanna
to rip
eat.
somebody's head off and eat it.
I'm hungry. Like, oh my gosh, it was so bad. I was eating like protein cereal at night just to freaking get my macros in. But after a few days, and we'll touch on a couple other things in a second too. But after a few days, I notice now my body is hungry. I want that protein. I want the carbs. I want the fat. I want to get the food in. What helps lose the most belly fat?
What helps lose the most belly fat? Being in a caloric deficit. Now, you can't spot reduce fat. So it's not like something specific that you can do just to lose that belly fat. So weight loss in general is done by being in a caloric deficit and working out. That's the best advice that I can give you.
I know that like walking or like the incline treadmill, I know a little bit of cardio.
My favorite cardio. Yes, but again, if you remember earlier, weight training, lifting weights is really the best form for weight loss. And cardio can come after that. But if you can go to the gym at least 2 to 3 times and lift some weights and then fit in some cardio either after or in between your off days, that is going to be your best bet.
Yep.
Associated also in combination or in collateral, or what, I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
With your calorie deficit.
With your calorie deficit,
yeah,
you will see an incredible difference. James has already lost 3 pounds. It's only been a week.
Go off, baby.
Yes.
I know that anything you do, from literally stepping outside and walking to the crazy exercise that Ericka has me doing, you are targeting your core. Every time you get up and walk, you're targeting your core. Every time you go and do an exercise, if you're doing it the correct way, you're flexing your core muscles.
Bracing your core. You should be bracing your core before you go down in a squat.
And that also helps. That makes it get stronger. That makes it tighten up.
And incline walking. So I'll tell you what my favorite cardio is. If you guys need a tip for cardio, go on a treadmill. Start with incline at 7, your speed only about 2.5. If you're just getting started, work your way up do like 10 minutes. Next week, do 15 minutes. Next week, do 20 minutes. Work yourself up. Oh my God. When I tell you the way, so when you're when you're at an incline, your body naturally has to kind of lean over and brace its core. Yep. Incline walking is so good for your lower body and core.
My treadmill workout that I did like a little video for it, but I always like do like a little 5-minute warm up just to kind of get, I don't know, probably because I was doing it first.
Well, you can do that
so you
also.
Don't have to,
you can do that also. Real quick, I just want to touch on that because if you do need a little bit of a warm up before leg day, when I say don't do cardio before your weightlifting,
she means like that 20, 30
I mean, don't sit there for like 30, 45 minutes and then go think you're going to go give your all to some weightlifting. You're not. But if you need a quick warm up before weightlifting, especially like lower body, you can do a bicycle for like 5 minutes just to get the blood flowing. But the little banded workout that I have you do right before we do our actual workout, that just helps get those joints going. It activates your glutes and then it gets your blood circulating so that way your muscles are then prepared for it. Yeah. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah. But that's very similar. I would do like just a little walk warm up with no incline, and I would just be at like 3 or something. But again, I got long legs. I walk fast, so you don't have to go that fast. I just got some long fucking legs. And then I would go up. Like I would go up to like half incline, but I would slow myself down a little bit, and then I would do that for like 5 minutes, and then I would go up again, and then I would bring myself back down.
Interval training. Interval training. That's also a really great way. Once you work your cardio up for weight loss, if you want to try something like this, you can do a walk-run method. So
I love me some sprints.
Walking for 1 minute, running for 30 seconds. Walk for 1 minute, run for 30 seconds. Do that for like 10, if you can even make it to 10 minutes,
super
because
effective.
It is way more effective than, it's along the same, what I mean by effectiveness, I mean that you can burn more calories in less time.
Yeah.
You can still burn the same amount of calories just doing the incline, but if you are in a quick hurry and you need to do something quick, a quick interval training on the treadmill is also a great way to go.
Yeah. I love me a good treadmill workout.
Yeah, I used to do that shit too.
I really love
But now
that.
I just like my incline walking. That shit is just incredible for me. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what alcohol you should drink when you go out. Tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila is one of the healthiest, I can't say healthiest, but it's one of the more cleaner, and you need to not like Jose Cuervo, that's barely any tequila in there. A nice quality tequila when you go out with a tequila soda, and you can get those little Mio things.
That's what my mom does.
Those little crystal light. Yeah,
Yep.
she does. She has that peach one, doesn't she? And she likes to throw it. But yeah, that's a great drink, especially when you're on weight loss and you're about to go out for the weekend, because what happens when you drink alcohol, it prevents your body from metabolizing fat.
Yeah.
So if you're on a weight loss journey and you're constantly drinking alcohol, you're stopping your body from getting the chance to metabolize that fat, and it's going to work on metabolizing all that alcohol you've been drinking instead. It can only do one at a time.
I'm a lightweight, baby. You give me 2 drinks, I'm going to be like, wee.
But yeah, tequila and a little Mio thing.
But it's something to talk about, because obviously they know I drink some when I'm on shows.
Yeah.
I have a specific regimen, which I've talked about that previously, so they already know that. But I like vodka water. I do, let me say, I do Tito's cranberry when I'm on the road, because that's always have Tito's and cranberry. It's easy. Again, the way I make my drinks and the way that I'm a lightweight, I'm not having to pound back a lot of drinks.
Yeah.
Or I really, really love the sweet tea vodka with water and Mios.
Yeah.
But again, it's so much healthier. I'm not putting all the soda and the juice in my stuff, just because
that's
I
what
don't
causes
even like
a lot of
hangovers
is sugar.
Yeah.
Sugary drinks.
So, you just skinny margaritas, skinny cocktails, like they make them, and the recipes are all out there. So if you're going to drink, go off.
A skinny margarita is just margarita mix without any simple syrup in it. So when you go out, you can ask for that.
Neither one of us support a lot of drinking, especially when you're on a fitness journey.
Your body is a sponge right now. When you're working out and going to the gym, your body is a sponge. If you're going to go work out on a Friday and then go out and club that night and drink a bunch of alcohol, you can kiss that shit goodbye.
Yeah, it's a waste. Well, Ericka, it's been an absolute pleasure having you.
Thank you.
I
This
feel
was
like
fun.
This was so fun.
I loosened up a little bit. It was easy.
It was so
chit-chat.
fun. I feel like it was very knowledgeable, and I hope that people watch this and can learn something from it.
Me too.
For sure.
Me too. I really do.
I will tag all of Ericka's handles down below. She does in-person training with me, but she also does online coaching. So if you guys want to hit her up, she can, make y'all meal plans, get your macros for you.
And I was just telling your girl, my training is custom to you.
Yeah.
I'm not a cookie cutter. I'm not just going to throw you a program. I custom it to you. I walk you through everything, so if you're interested in online, it's not just a little program you buy and you're on your own.
Right.
It's I fully
she's
walk
very
you through
communicative.
It.
This is like her full-time thing.
This is my passion.
She loves it. So if you guys want to hit her up, please feel free. I'm sure she would be happy. And then we're gonna keep you guys updated with my progress.
I'm so excited.
We've already taken before pictures. I already see a difference. But as the glutes grow, obviously you guys are gonna be the first to know, because I stay on my story with that shit. And then we've already been discussing a possible collab in the future. Maybe we'll do like a little booty program, or just something, that has to do with like our workouts.
Yep, that could be something we could do in the future.
It would be
for
a
sure.
little fun thing.
A little savage booty building program.
Yep. No, it'd be so fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned for more. I love y'all. Bye.